Conference hall. Noon. Daniel stood on the stage, his hands trembling slightly as he adjusted the microphone. The audience, filled with tech executives and industry leaders, stared at him with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. But as he began to explain his AI project, a revolutionary algorithm designed to predict and prevent natural disasters, the room fell silent. By the time he finished, the applause was thunderous. Elon joined him on stage, his presence commanding the room. Elon. This young man was almost kept out of this conference because of what he was wearing. But look at what he's achieved. From today, this event and every event like it will be open to anyone with talent, regardless of how they look or where they come from. Daniel blinked back tears as the crowd rose to their feet, their cheers echoing through the hall. For the first time in his life, he felt like he truly belonged. Daniel stood at the edge of the stage, watching the crowd's enthusiasm. His hands were still shaking, but this time not from excitement, but from pride. Elon came up to him and touched him lightly on the shoulder. Elon, you've done a great job, Daniel. This project has the potential to change the world. Daniel turned his eyes to Elon. Daniel, thank you, but this is just the beginning. I need to develop this algorithm further. Elon smiled slightly. Elon, then let's work with you. We should talk about how we can use this technology at SpaceX. Daniel's eyes lit up. SpaceX was a dream for him. But more importantly, Elon's offer signaled the opening of doors for ordinary people like him. Elon's office. 1 week later, when Daniel entered Elon's office a week later, he was struck by the rocket models and Mars colony designs hanging on the walls. Elon was sitting at his desk, studying Daniel's project. Elon, this algorithm could not only prevent disasters on Earth, but also enable life on Mars. There, too, we will need to deal with natural disasters. Daniel nodded excitedly. Daniel, yes, but for that we need more data. In particular, we need an infrastructure to stream data in real time. Elon got up from his desk and walked towards Daniel. Elon, so let's build it together. Using SpaceX's satellites, we can build a worldwide data network. Daniel was stunned by the enormity of the idea, but Elon's look of confidence motivated him. A year later, Daniel's algorithm had become a worldwide phenomenon. Thanks to SpaceX's satellites, real-time data was streaming in, and the algorithm could predict earthquakes, tsunamis, and even volcanic eruptions. But Daniel's greatest achievement was that this technology was publicly available. Elon and Daniel held a press conference together. When Daniel took the stage, he was no longer wearing his old worn-out clothes. But the real change was on the inside. He was full of confidence. Daniel, this project is a message of hope, not just a technology. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. What matters is the courage to follow your dreams. Elon came over and touched Daniel's shoulder. Elon, Daniel, your presence here today has inspired so many people. Talented people like you will no longer be left behind any door. At the end of the meeting, Daniel and Elon made a joint statement. The Open Door Initiative. This project would ensure that tech events around the world would be open to everyone and remove barriers for talented people. The Open Door Initiative became a global movement. Elon Musk and Daniel Carter held a press conference together to explain the details of the project. The project not only made tech events open to everyone, but also offered mentoring, training, and financial support to young talents. In his speech at the meeting, Daniel told his story. Daniel, I'm a self-taught programmer from a small town, and when I couldn't get into a conference because of a security guard's prejudice, I felt like the most worthless person in the world. But today, with this project, we're working to make sure that no one ever feels that way. Elon concluded Daniel's remarks. Elon, true talent is hidden in ideas, not behind clothes. This project will open doors to talented people in every corner of the world. In 2 years, the Open Door Initiative has become a worldwide movement. Tech giants have made their events open to everyone. Young talents were no longer judged by their clothes or background, but by their ideas. Daniel became the face of the project. He spoke at conferences around the world, inspiring young people. But his greatest pride was Maria Gonzalez, one of the project's first graduates. Maria was a self-taught software developer from a village in Mexico. Inspired by Daniel's story, she developed her own project and became known worldwide thanks to the Open Door Initiative. Maria sent an email to Daniel. Maria, Daniel, your story has been a beacon of hope for me. Now I want to inspire other people too. Thank you for opening doors. Daniel's eyes welled up as he read Maria's email. He was no longer just a programmer, but an agent of change. 5 years later, the Open Door Initiative had changed the lives of millions of people around the world. Daniel and Elon held a press conference together to celebrate the success of the project. When Daniel took the stage, he was no longer the insecure teenager he had been. He was a confident, world-changing leader. Daniel, the only reason I'm here today is because a door opened. But more importantly, I had the courage to seize the opportunities that lay beyond that door. Now, millions of people are opening those doors and achieving their dreams. Elon came over and touched Daniel's shoulder. Elon, Daniel, you didn't just start a project. You started a revolution. Today, the world is a fairer place because of you. If you liked it, stay tuned for more stories and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your location in the comments. For more stories, click on the video on your screen right now.